Here's the deal. Penn State showed out last week. The whiteout, if you watched it on TV, was spectacular. Ross Delger came on the show yesterday, and he said LSU is still probably louder, but they kind of allude to the fact that just how in sync all of that Penn State fan base was. It was pretty insane. And so I want to stoke the fans' competitive flames. Why, like, if LSU's already louder, why not take the one thing that a place like Penn State has over you, that kind of coordination? If everybody shows up in gold, if you're 103,000 strong, if you're 103,000 strong in gold, why? You're like the grumpy guy, just not want to do it. Why? Why don't you want to wear a yellow shirt?
Don't tell me what to wear to the game. I've already bought the ticket.
It's
I'm
one
about
time.
to buy my nachos. I'm about to buy my drink. I'm showing up.
Yeah.
I was there 2 weeks ago, and the place was rocking on Springs for a big game. You don't tell me I don't have to wear my gold T-shirt on to be loud. They're going to be there. Everybody's going to be there on Saturday. It's going to be 102,000 strong.
So you know what's even more badass
stadium
is if every single person has gold on, gold pom-poms, and is even louder than Florida. That will be the single craziest environment that anybody has ever seen. And I know it normally doesn't happen, but why not?
Does anybody really believe that Happy Valley and Penn State is a wilder scene than Baton Rouge on a Saturday night? You can wear your white T-shirts and be organized and insane.
Bro, did you see the 100? Did you see the one?
I saw what it
the
looked like.
If only one
110,000
of us
whiteout.
on this show had been to Penn State games within the last 3
That's
months.
a good point.
If only we had someone on the show that did that.
Give us your boots on the ground, Nathan. Like, what do
No,
you
it
think?
is. It's an incredible. That thing is gargantuan. That stadium is huge. Honestly, though, I would have to agree with what Dellinger said. No, it's way louder in Tiger Stadium.
Yeah, I mean they're soft, but still
That doesn't have anything to do with the shirts.
Getting everybody exactly. The coordination looks cool as hell on TV, and getting if you have all 103,000 LSU fans in gold, and you're going even crazier than the Florida game, and you beat Auburn on CBS at 2:30, like I think you're going to beat them. That will be such a statement on national TV. It will play wonderfully, and it ain't that hard. It's easy to be like grumpy, like don't tell me what to wear guy, but just throw in a yellow shirt. It's not hard.
Someone in the huddle made a really good point. There are so many different golds, though. White is standard. So
that's straight. That's straight. I mean, just gold shades. Gold shades. They don't play great.
You've got eggshell white, all right? You've got just cream white. You've got
Thank
lots
you,
of different
Nathan.
types
Thank
of
you,
whites.
Nathan. Trust me. My wife has shown me how many different whites there are when she's like, I want to repaint the walls white. I'm like, wait, they're
God.
they're already
That's
white.
the worst time to realize how many different
They're already
versions of
white. What are you talking about? No, it's not the right white. Who cares if there's different shades of gold? That don't matter. Wear whatever shade you want. Just wear gold. It ain't hard. Show out. Show out for the country. Everybody's going to be watching that game again on Saturday. Prove why Tiger Stadium is the most badass place in the country. It ain't that hard.
Leave me my gold pom-pom or shirt on my seat if you want me to wear a color.
No, okay. Look, I'm not against that. I do think the correct move, you see this a lot at NBA games,
Your shaker.
is to just give a shirt on the – yeah, surely they're leaving pom-poms, right? If they want the pom-pom thing. Like, not asking people to bring gold pom-poms. I'm going to ask you – that's the thing. Everybody has – if you're an LSU fan, you have a yellow shirt. Do you not? Do you have a yellow shirt?
Yeah.
Okay, exactly. Yeah. So what are we talking about?
No chance I wear it on Saturday.
Why? You're just being stubborn.
He is. He's being obstinate.
This is just like you're like
Leave me alone, in-sync guy. I'd rather be the
Jordy,
loud guy.
I hate when people tell us
Get
what to wear
outta
too.
here.
I mean, it's just like, let's let us wear whatever we want. My
Get
dad said
outta
something. He
here.
was like, doesn't matter if they tell Rivers to wear maroon or white. She just shows up as Stevie Nicks.
This
Like,
is
I don't know. Like,
All black with a scarf
I don't know.
on?
I'm just not
Also,
trying to do
I'm
it.
pretty sure that the Penn State thing has been going on for how many decades now? Like, this seems kind of like just trying to push something.
I don't know. You're the Penn State historian.
Well, that's
you
what
tell
I'm
us.
saying. It's been going on for decades, so.
Give me what stood out yesterday in Orgeron's press conference. I mean, dude, wear your gold jersey. I don't care, man.
No, I think I know, but like we said, I think it's important to highlight the need to get crazy and make it hard on Bo Nix. Same thing.
Place is going to be loud. I got full faith that place is going to be.
Oh, it's going to be loud,
Springs
but can
Saturday.
it be record-breaking loud? I mean, that's what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about just being loud. As you said, you're going to show up and be loud. But can you be as loud as Tiger Stadium's ever been? I think the loudest I've still ever heard it was in overtime against Arkansas in 07. That's the time that maybe when they announced like the USC score against Florida in 07.
Yeah.
At the beginning of that game against Florida, there were definitely some crazy loud moments where it was hard to talk to the person sitting next to you in the press box. But
Man,
yeah,
I
I'm talking
think-
about being record-breaking loud.
I think one of the loudest I remember hearing it was when Demetrius Byrd made the catch against Auburn.
Yeah, definitely.
In 07, the place exploded. So, yeah, no, I think it's going to be loud. And Orgeron was speaking a little bit about the atmosphere. He was also speaking about this Auburn offense that's pulling into town this Saturday.
Offensive spread led by Gus Malzahn, a very good play caller, very good coach. 7 returning starters, 36 points a game. The big thing is they're averaging 240 yards per game rushing. This is the best offensive line that we're going to play so far this year. 5 returning starters. They're experienced. They're very well coached. They're tough and they're physical. Bo Nix is their quarterback. We all know Cam Martin, the running back. Wide receivers are very good. Seth Williams, an excellent player.
Yeah, one thing that stood out to me yesterday is that just looking at not any specific question, but the overall vibe of the answers is that it seemed like Orgeron was challenging the positive nature of the questions. Now, obviously, when you are dominating in the way that LSU is, and you're number 2 in the country with an argument for being number 1 in the country, the offense is playing perfectly. The defense is really rounding into form. Like, the only negative questions really were concerning the kicking game. So like, obviously things are just going to be positive in nature when things are going this well. But it seemed like a lot of the questions, was kind of trying to knock things down a bit, right? Like, oh, well, that guy, he's playing good. He's not playing great, but he's playing good. And so if he's doing that in that in a press conference setting, that in the meeting rooms he is trying to keep this team as humble as possible.
Terrace Marshall's worked out the last couple of weeks at practice. He's dressed the past 2 games, but has yet to log a rep over the past couple of weeks. He's expected to go this weekend. Here's Orgeron updating his status.
Yeah, we plan on easing him along, see how much he can do. Jack Marucci and Coach Brady have an excellent plan. We talked about it today. He's gonna want to do everything and be ready to go. But we feel that by game time, he should be ready to play.
Love it, dude. Getting Terrace Marshall back is massive. Although I think people trying to say that LSU has red zone struggles is maybe the dumbest take I've ever heard. Terrace Marshall obviously just makes you that much stronger in the red zone. He was leading the nation in touchdowns when he got hurt.
Orgeron was speaking about the red zone inefficiency last weekend, as they're still perfect on the season. This is 13 Rivs talking about LSU in the red area last week.
Sure, and I just talked to Coach Ensming and Joe before I left there, and there's some things that we felt that we could have done better. There's some play calling that we felt we could have done better. We feel that with Terrence in there, it's hard to double Jamar or Justin, and obviously Terrence gives us a big threat in the red zone, and Joe feels comfortable with it, so he's a great addition. I think having him back and making some adjustments of the play calling and the formation is going to help us.
I mean, just look at the mismatches that this LSU offense presents right now. Chase and Jefferson on their own are just an unreal problem on the outside, and their numbers reflect that. Then you throw in Thad Moss, who is a true tight end. And what I mean by that, like, he's a very good run blocker and a very good pass catcher. He will be a mismatch on any linebacker and safety that he D's up with. Derek Dillon is burning guys deep. Stephon Sullivan's a oak tree of a human being. And now you throw Terrace Marshall back into the mix. Like, if you're defense, anybody that you focus on, great. You may have some success in taking that guy away, but all you're doing with that commitment of resources is opening up success for others.
You hadn't even thrown it to a back yet.
Yeah, exactly. And I didn't even mention, and that is one thing after watching that game again, man, just Clyde is so good. And Tyrion Davis-Price as well, but Clyde Edwards-Helaire is so damn good.
Here's Orgeron on his running back.
Yeah, Clyde's a program saver. I mean, we needed him to come in and be a big-time back for us. He wasn't a highly recruited kid, although we thought that he'd be an excellent back. The best thing about Clyde is his attitude, and he carries himself, like I said many times, when Clyde walks in the room, he's 6'4", 270, and that's his persona. He's a great leader. He can make you miss. He can run in between the tackles. He's perfect for offense. And, I didn't mention this, but I thought Tyron Davis ran the ball very, very well against Mississippi State. Him and John would be 2 excellent backs for us.
So Orgeron on the impact of a couple of Baton Rouge kids there, talking about Clyde Edwards-Helaire out of Catholic High School and Tyrion Banks,
Davis Price.
Davis Price.
TDP?
TDP out of Southern Lab right here in Baton Rouge. Both those guys really starting to come on as the running backs in this squad, and talking about Clyde and being a program saver.
Yeah,
but TDP coming along.
Yeah, he mentioned just Davis Price, and it's very evident as well his ability to not only is he really big, but he gets upfield. Yeah. He's one cut and he's upfield and he's falling forward. And good luck trying to stop that man from falling forward, because when he gets ahead of steam, he's very hard to stop.
All right, Tommy Tuberville, the last time Auburn won in this series was 1999. They fired up cigars in Tiger Stadium. Tuberville was the head coach. He's now running for Congress in Alabama. Found that out last night. He's going to stop by here next on Off the Bench.